Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Pegassi Toros in Grand Theft Auto Online. This vehicle is on sale this week. It's one of the fastest SUVs in the entire game, and anyway, I figured it's time to do another customization, because the last time I did a customization on this thing was over 2 years ago. So we're hopping in, starting off with the armor. Of course, we're gonna go all the way up on that. The brakes as well, for sure. The engine, gotta do that as well. For the exhaust, we have several different options for this vehicle. We actually have so many. This car has, it actually has a lot of customization, which I feel like is kind of underrated about this vehicle. I kind of really like the look of the titanium quad exhausts on this thing, because they're so like low key. They're not like, you know, they don't scream at you that they're titanium. So we're gonna go for these. I think they fit the look of the car really well. Yeah, I just like the look of those. For the front bumper, we do have several different options here. It's been so long since I customized this thing, I actually forgot that half of these were like even a thing. I really like the carbon custom diffuser. I also really like the carbon Pegassi diffuser. That's also really sick. I think that I want to go for the carbon custom diffuser though. I like the look of that. It's just a little bit better, I think. For the grille on this car, we can go for a chrome trim, a carbon trim, a street grille as well. Carbon street grille, the performance grille, the carbon performance grille, the roadster grille, carbon roadster, chrome exposed intercooler. Okay, got the carbon exposed intercooler as well. The luxury grille, the carbon luxury grille as well. The chrome combination spec and the carbon combination spec as well. I think for this car, I want to go for just the regular carbon trim that just kind of does the surround of the grille. So let's go for that for right now, at least. For the hood, we can go for the stripped hood, which actually adds more to the grille than the stock hood has, so interesting. We have the bevel hood as well, the performance hood, the Mark 1 dispersion hood, the Mark 2 dispersion hood as well, the vanity hood, the carbon vanity hood, and back to stock. You know what? Honestly, the stock hood kind of looks really good. It's got just enough like aggressiveness that I feel like it works really well. The bevel hood's also kind of cool, and so is the dispersion hood. But I feel like, honestly, I think that the stock hood just kind of looks the best, so I'm going to keep it stock, actually. For the headlights, we are going to go xenon. For the livery on this car, there's a livery on the Tauros. I swear this wasn't a thing before, but I guess maybe it was. I think that the orange Tauros livery looks really cool. But I don't think that I want to go for a livery on this car. I wasn't planning on going for one, so let's just leave it off of the car. Mudguards, we could put these on. I don't like the look of them though. I don't really know why you would put them on, so I'm just going to leave them off the car. For the plate, we are going to go yellow on black. For the respray of the vehicle, now my other one of these is a bright yellow, and it does look very good. I was thinking about going for like just a demon, like just black car. I thought that was going to look really cool. And I think that it would, except I just don't know that I want to go for that on this. I'm thinking about going for a completely different color, maybe a blue of some sort, maybe an ultra blue even. That does look pretty mean, I have to say. I do like the look of that a lot. At the same time, I did like the look of some of the reds as well. What about the crew color on this thing? How does that look? Ooh, it's a little too bright, maybe. I kind of like it though. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. I think though, honestly, I kind of want to try the all black build. I really do kind of want to try it. Let's go black for the primary, and for the secondary as well, we'll also go black. For the trim color on the inside, that only does the stitches, so let's go for something that's going to highlight it kind of nicely. Let's go for an ultra blue. For the roof of the car, we can go for the carbon detail, the ridged roof, the carbon ridged roof as well, the sports roof, the carbon sports roof, the roof rack, the vortex generators, or the carbon vortex generators. We're going to go for the carbon ridged roof. I like the look of that. I just noticed my character's hat is sticking through the top of the car. That's kind of awesome. For the side skirts, I want to go, I kind of like that these have the little Pegassi logo on them, so we're gonna go for those for sure. The spoiler, we have upper and lower for this car. For the upper spoiler, I definitely want to join it up with the roof and make it carbon if we can. I do think that the carbon detail is going to be the one that we are going to go for here. Then the lower spoiler, I believe this is one that actually adds the traction. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. Well, we have the carbon bolted inset ducktail. We also have just a regular bolted ducktail. I personally think the regular bolted ducktail looks a little bit better. The bolts are also pretty hard to see on the carbon one, so I think we're gonna go for the carbon bolted. For the suspension, we are gonna lower this thing down as much as we, maybe not as much as we can. Maybe we'll just lower it a little bit, just street suspension. I like the look of that. Super transmission, let's add that onto this car. The turbo tuning as well, we gotta do that. For the wheels, you know, I've never tried a Tauros with the concave mega mesh, which is my favorite rim. So that's kind of something that I'm wondering about trying out. Let's see about some other rims though in here. I'm sure there's a lot that are gonna look good on this car. The Mercies look great. What about in the track category here? I know there's some good looking rims. We got the Super Lux. Those actually fit really well with the car. So do the high fives. You know what? I want to try the concave mega mesh though, so I'm gonna go for those. For the color of them, I'm gonna go black for sure. For the wheels, we already have bulletproof tires. Interesting. Okay. And for the windows, we're gonna tint those all the way out. This thing is murdered right out. It looks actually really awesome. I'm super happy with how this build has turned out. Let's take it outside and just see what it's looking like. And of course, we have to do a sound test and a full review on the car. So let's just take a listen here. Okay, so, you know, it sounds pretty good. It sounds like the Lamborghini Urus in real life, which of course this thing is based on. Yeah, no, it sounds great. It looks really, really good too. Now the review that we're going to be doing on this car is going to be a little bit tainted because of course I am doing this when it is snowing in GTA. So if you didn't know, the snow actually does affect the performance of cars in GTA. I feel like most people know that, but if you didn't, now you will know. Of course, this is going to mean that the braking distance and the general handling, the acceleration, everything is pretty much way worse than it normally would be. So, you know, whatever I say about the Tauros in this review, take with a grain of salt because, of course, I am doing it in the snow. I do drive the Tauros quite often though because I already have one of these things, so this is just my second one. So I do know how this car performs, you know, pretty well. It is definitely the fastest SUV in the game on PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4. If you guys are on the new gen consoles, this thing actually does have some competition there. It's pretty much on par with the new Fister Astron Custom HSW, which is pretty crazy to think that the regular Tauros actually keeps up with an HSW vehicle. That's like absolutely nuts. So this is a really fast SUV. It's got a super high top speed. I happen to know that off the top of my head. You know, I really do know that because I've raced with the car a lot and I do have quite a lot of experience. I also find that this thing handles extremely well, so that is another good thing about the Tauros. The only thing that people seem to really complain about with the Tauros, I personally don't find it to be such an issue, but this thing over bumps can be a little bit haywire sometimes. I don't think it's really an issue, but a lot of people seem to think it's kind of an issue. So, you know, be advised about that for sure. But I find generally the Tauros is quite a good car in GTA. Definitely a fun one to drive. Definitely one of the best SUVs in the entire game. You could argue that this thing and like the Lampadati Novak and the Revla GTS are all quite similar in terms of performance. All of those vehicles, you know, do quite well. Even the Fister Astron, the regular version, not even the Fister Astron Custom, it is, you know, competitive with the Tauros. All of those cars are really, but the Tauros just kind of has a leg up on all of them because it's just a little tiny bit faster and it has a higher top speed. So, you know, no matter what on tracks with longer straightaways, the Tauros is generally going to do a little bit better. So, you know, just keep that in mind if you guys do plan on racing within the SUV category. The Tauros is probably going to be a good friend of yours when it comes to doing those races. The Tauros, while it's on sale, is definitely a car that you guys should buy this week. I feel like if you don't get the Tauros right now, you will regret it like instantly. Not that it's a very expensive car to begin with. This thing only goes for $498,000 at its regular price, so it's already like a super cheap car, especially for the performance. This is definitely one of the best bang for your buck cars in the entire game, and when this thing's on discount for like $350K, it's an absolute steal, and you guys should definitely pick one of these things up. You will not regret it at all in the slightest. the Tauros is just, it's simply fantastic. So make sure you guys are picking up the Tauros this week while it's on sale. As soon as you see this video, if you don't have a Tauros, you should definitely go out and get one. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for the Pegassi Toros customization and review in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe to my channel if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.